Hey, good morning. Welcome back to Friday. Once again, we've completed another week. I wanted to address something that I talked about. I don't really care for people who say things and then don't come through on what they said. I find in life that it's better just to not say anything than to say something and not fulfill what you said. That being said, I said something about changing the look of the channel, and while though that's a fully true statement, it's still kind of a process coming. I went out and bought a cinema camera to kind of make my channel kind of look like, those elite people. I love that cinematic look. You shoot it in what's called 24p. I don't want to bore you with a bunch of technical video jargon, but the point is that for my day-to-day and going back and forth to pools and things like that, it's just the GoPro is where it's at. It's durable. I don't have to worry about it falling, and if it does break, it's only $350 to $500 to replace it, not $4,000. So anyway, I'm rambling. Welcome to Friday. Thank you for joining me. And but we're here at a pool that was super thrashed last week. Okay, so we since then acquired the Telsa 90, and I'm really stoked to get back here. I'm almost kind of hoping that this pool is thrashed. I texted the homeowner this morning asking him not to clean up anything that might have been there. So let's check out how the pool is. So I'm actually kind of bummed. Once again, everything is still on the surface here. I'll have this pool clean in, I don't know, like 10 minutes for sure. You can tell that the water looks great, crystal clear. It's a perfect level. And yeah. Wah, 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 not Telsa 90 time. I don't need to bring it back here. And to be honest with you, that's where the Telsa 90 shines, is when it's thrashed. When there's a couple of leaves here, okay, it still might be suitable for the homeowner or any homeowner to use it. Or there, that actually would be perfect. But, and I'm not trying to pat myself on the back, but this is what I do for money. I'm actually kind of decent with it, as I'm sure all you pool guys are, is let's net all this out. And obviously our cleaner has been doing a great job. Anyway, no need for the Telsa 90 today here at this stop. Let's take our chems. It's my guess that this is, I put the Pool RX back. Now it's the white and blue. It's not the real super strong all blue. And look at that. I have it at this IC, I think it's a 20 or 30, so it's one of the small ones. And 3,000 parts per million. So yeah, we got lots of chemicals there. Relatively high pH. I don't know if anyone swam, but yeah, actually I did bring back the Telsa 90. I forgot my extra camera, so I figured, what the hey, it's Telsa 90 time. Let's get that going. So this is how quickly it happens. You just put it on your pole, you sink it, it comes on, we're vacuuming, there's stuff in the corner. Not anymore. Oh, yeah, this thing is so super cool. That's what I love about it, is that you can kind of just, I'm sure Riptide guys know this good feeling, is that you just kind of get near something. And yeah, that's one thing that I think I need to probably rig, is some sort of protection on the bottom. So this is a quartz finish, which is ostensibly plaster with a little bit of something in it, a little blue fleck. But yeah, so okay, so that's it. That's everything that's in this pool. Spa's already completely done. Yeah, so it's just another tool that helps you get the pool done quicker. Okay, so this pool is done. It's 10 to 7, so I'm gonna let this thing rest for the next 3 hours before it comes on, or excuse me, 2 hours. Yeah, it's absolutely super clean. I'm gonna net out those little leaves, but yeah. Now, that water feature will come on and stay on from 6 in the morning all the way till 4 in the afternoon, maybe even later. The homeowner loves that ambient sound. I quite love it too. I have a fountain in my backyard. But anyway, pool is great thanks to the Telsa 90. Okay, we're here at our second stop, our hot tub, and this will be the last time we make a service stop here. This is a good thing, trust me. It was always my intention to teach these homeowners how to do it themselves. And so this portion of the video will be, at least for them, it will be a bespoke little instructional video for them to reference in the future. So we're friends, these are my neighbors. So anyway, let's get back there and I'll show you everything and show them how to keep their pool, their hot tub, crystal clear. Okay, I always try to keep my voice down here when I'm here at the hot tub. So please listen intently because this message is for all you with a hot tub. Yeah, so about a month ago, I drained the water here. And so ever since then, it's been looking really good. Oh, wow, that's awesome. 2 weeks ago, I added a tab floater, which I can see right now is completely empty, but so that's good. That means it was releasing chlorine into the water. Not really sure if the homeowner has used it, and that doesn't matter. We always want to have the pool, or in this case our hot tub, ready for use at any time. So let's take some chemicals and then we'll determine what we should do next. Okay, so the next thing that you want to do after surveying your water is do a chemical test, and we do that by using test strips, and I use these AquaCheck 7s, and they do 7 different, actually 6, we don't use bromine, but they check 6 different parameters, from the total hardness of the water to the chlorine level, to the pH, the alkalinity, and the level of cyanuric acid. So here, I'm gonna dip the tip and dip the test strip, and we'll come right back. Okay, so we have plenty of chlorine. Our pH is right there, you know, at like a 7.4. I don't think anybody has been using it. The alkalinity is low, but we can raise that by adding some sodium bicarbonate. And then our cyanuric is low just because, well, we haven't added that much. We've only added a couple of tabs. Some of the things that we've done to sanitize the pool is adding our liquid chlorine. But you know, this week we're not going to add that, okay? Read them and weep here. We have plenty of chlorine in the pool, in the hot tub, to get us through the week. The pH is acceptable. And you know, you guys just check out this guide here. Check out the guide here. This is just the key here, very easy to follow. So just follow that for a perfect pool. So in the case that you need to add anything, you just add very little amounts. Like if we were to add liquid chlorine, we would add, like we've seen in the past, just a splash, right? And then maybe take another chemical reading. So if we were gonna add acid to reduce our pH, you know, I wouldn't recommend doing that, okay? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you a Amazon link to what's called Spa Down. And that is a powder. It comes in, you know, a couple of pints, and you just, if you had high pH, you could push, just sprinkle a little bit in there and then take another reading and make sure it doesn't go below like 7.2. But anyway, yeah, that's how to take care of your hot tub by yourself. You know, you notice I didn't say anything about keeping it clean or anything like that. Well, duh. Okay, we gotta keep our feet clean here. That's why we always have these little stairs. This is a great little mat here to wipe your feet off. Make sure everything, in fact, come out here with socks and then, you know, get in after you take those socks off, you know, or not if that's your thing. But the point is that, you know, this is great that your hot tub is white. There's a high contrast area. You can see any tiny little bit of speck of dirt or dust. So here, let me pull it back here a little more. There we go. So yeah, absolutely perfect hot tub here. I'm going to add nothing based upon our readings here this week. And if there were low, then I would break up one of these 3-inch tabs. I sent the homeowner a Amazon link for 1-inch tabs, which are ones that will fit this chlorinator, right? This chlorine tab floater. So the 1-inch goes in there and you don't have to do any messy breaking up of tabs or anything. And that's really it, you guys. Wipe your feet off before you get in. Take your chemicals, you know, a couple times a week if you use the thing. I use mine 3 times a week. So I do the chemicals every time before I get in. I survey the cleanliness or clear nature of the water. This is crystal clear. It looks wonderful. And anyway, you guys, it's been my pleasure to serve you. Please, if you ever have any questions, you call me anytime, day or night. I might be sleeping if it's after 8 p.m. But once again, it's been such a pleasure to meet you, and I look forward to seeing you in the near future. Okay, stop 3 on Friday. A lot of pollen and dust, little bugs, things that are attracted to light at night. Yeah, and the water line looks, yeah, that needs a scrubbing. Actually, I have a little bit of a compulsion to put my robot in, just because now I know I can just take down those child fences, but if I leave the robot in for 2 to 3 hours, he does the whole water line and I'm still moving on. Problem with that is I have to still come back and get him. Is it Telsa 90 time? It never is Telsa 90 time here at this pool. Why? Because the 2-wheeled pool cleaner from Hayward keeps this pool pretty dang clean. All right, let's take our chems. And what's your guess here? I think we're probably pretty low, but everything's kind of low. Look at these gray skies. No one will be swimming today. I'd highly doubt, even it being that it's Friday night. Who knows? It just doesn't feel like a hot tub night. We're supposed to maybe get even a little bit more rain. Nothing like we've had in the past couple of weeks, the past month. Just kind of like another little dusting to dirty the cars. But anyway, let's take our chems. Okay, so let's take our chems here, and it's very low. It's like a, yeah, it's a 0.5. A 0.5 on both. Great pH right there, like 7.2, 7.4. And I'm guaranteeing that salt is low. No? Well, it is, because technically 3,300 is low. But for a Pentair, which I believe this is an IC 30 or 40, that's definitely enough to make chlorine. But once again, we have a lot of rainwater from last week in this pool. And anyway, we'll make sure we brush it and then we move on. Okay, we are out of here. We're all good. We added a tab to our skimmer. We were a little low on cyanuric, so we're also low on chlorine, so we get that 2 for 1. I'm gonna put it there. I don't use it every week, but on weeks where I need to add cyanuric and chlorine, that's the 2 for 1 I'm often referring to. Some of you pool guys be like, oh well, a pool or a tab is 1 tab alone, or a tab every once in a while is not enough to keep up cyanuric levels. Yeah, actually it is during the winter. It's been my experience here. So that's what I do. You know, part of this thing that we are doing here together is where you're actually seeing how I run my business. I mean, this is it. This is everyday standard operating procedure. When you see me do this on a pool, this is what I'm doing on every single one of my pools. Let's move on. Okay, I'm here at our first Friday Infinity Edge pool, and I'm starting to believe that perhaps the Telsa 90, the Kokaido Telsa 90, is a good luck charm. You bring it back into a backyard and that pool's not going to have anything in it. Now, you might think that I'm talking figuratively, but no, I'm actually, I mean, wow, this pool is super clean, almost as if there was a homeowner help here. Now, I don't think that that was the case. Not that these people don't help me out, but yeah, these are people with busy lives, and they don't have, that's why they hired me, so I can deal with the pool. So anyway, yada yada yada. Another gift horse. So we are super lucky. Look at this water. Now there's some schmutz on that white tile line, but you know, it's just like wearing black. If you got dandruff, everyone's gonna know it. But anyway, if that's the case in your pool, it's actually good. It's a simple visual indicator to that you got to hit the tile. You know, I hit the tile every week, but you know, this is what I'm saying for you DIYers. You know, there's a little bit of, oh, I don't know, yellow, whatever it is, and whether that's pollen, it's probably pollen, but you know, during the summertime when everybody's using the pool, it'll be suntan oil, and there will be a line there, but that's why you do it every week. Okay, let's take our chems here in the deep end. Our friend the Pentair Rebel is doing his thing, and there are, well, actually I don't mind that for this pool. There's, for this pool, that's actually a plethora of chlorine. I wish I could do that during the summer. So anyway, we're gonna be low on salt here, of course. Yeah, 2550 salt. So anyway, I added tabs here in the there's a floater in the trough, so I'll just keep doing that. Our cyanuric is right there in a good stead. We do have high pH, but once again, a lot of pollen in this pool. We can see that indicated on the tile line. Well, once again, Telsa 90 cuts our cleaning time in half. Now I still haven't hit the tile, but every single thing is out of here and the trough and the spa. So I'm loving my little buddy. Okay, so we're out of here. We're 1 week out of the dual filter clean that we performed here, and yeah, things are looking good. We got Pool RX in a black and white, and then blue and white in each of the respective pumps, and I think we're ready for summer. Move on. Okay, we're here at the spool, and you know, this is really where the Telsa 90 is going to shine. There's actually a ton of stuff in this little body of water this weekend, and yeah, let's get to work with it. But first, let's take our chems. Okay, let's see what we have in this pool. Yeah, okay, plenty for sure. Got tons and tons of chlorine, perfect pH, nice alkalinity, and slightly low cyanuric, but I'm not bothered by that. And we have 4,400 salt. Okay, so that goes to show that even though with a Pentair IC20, even if you go over your 3,600 parts per million, you're still making chlorine. Okay, Telsa 90 time here. We're brushing things into the drains here, but thanks to the Telsa 90, we're vacuuming. And not only are we vacuuming, we're vacuuming yeah, this pool got a tremendous amount of use, and I know that because of the amount of sand that is in here. The sand is, you know, they have kids here and they bring the sand in because, well, that's what kids do. I mean, there's no sand around here, so I'm not sure where else it would have come from, but maybe some feet. And there's a dog. There could be some dog culprits. That's okay. Anyway, so I'm not sure if you can really see this, but I'm trying not to push it over this very rough surface. I don't think the Telsa 90 by Kokaido was really developed for pebble bottom. I feel it like grinding on the bottom of this interior finish, which, yeah, that's probably not going to help, yeah, for its longevity. But either way, in the meantime, it's cleaning up something fierce, and there's a lot of roly-polies in here. Some pools get worms, and this one gets roly-polies. So yeah, with the exception of, I got a little something here on the stair. Okay, so that's it. This pool is vacuumed. Okay, that's it. We're out of here. The Telsa 90 really cuts down our work time. So yeah, I brushed it up. You could see that it already had some chems in it, and we're moving on. Okay, so here we are at our second infinity pool of the day, and I'm happy I'm here without the pump running, so you can see the interior finish. I do not know whether the GoPro shows this, but yeah, this is the reason that this pool is going to be drained. Yeah, I could totally see why the homeowner is unhappy with this, the blotchiness. Yeah, I don't know if they think this is going to be fixed with just an acid wash or something like that, but once again, that is, I don't want to say none of my business, but it's something that's completely out of my control. So here's another great thing about this pool. Not a great thing. You notice that the cleaner is out, right? Well, this is the deal that I have made with my homeowner so that we don't have issues. There is so much back pressure, probably from the height of the spa and then going to the equipment. The back pressure causes the cleaner to float, right? It pushes all of the air out of the cleaner. The cleaner is floating out of the water when the pump starts the next morning. So what's that doing? That is sucking air, the first thing it does. Okay, so this is the Hayward Navigator. This is not the cleaner for this interior finish. This is this would be a good cleaner for you know, like a regular white plaster finish, gray plaster finish, smooth satin, something like that, something not as bumpy as this one. Anyway, we're just kind of limping this pool along until it gets drained and fixed and whatever. But in the meantime, let's take our chems. So it's my guess there's absolutely nothing in here, rightfully so. That's okay. Okay, 2,900. So right there on the cusp of not producing anything, but the salt cell is doing just fine. I think the Telsa 90 will make quick work of this. We got a little something here in the spa, yes, and then of course in the trough. We're gonna re-put the well, you know what, to be honest with you, I don't know if we're gonna replace the cleaner. We'll have to figure that out, but let's clean it up for now. Okay, so we're out of here now. Yeah, this pool has got a plethora of issues here. the interior finish is not the only one. But anyway, it will be worked out in the future here. Out of my control. Pool supposedly is going to be drained here soon, but homeowner just told me, the builder said the rain is going to delay us even further. So anyway, I'll keep you posted. Guys, so I wanted you to see what you're getting when you're picking up stuff with this bag. Now, this is the standard bag. I would say it's probably less than a cheesecloth net. However, it's, you know, it's more than your standard average consumer grade net. So look at all the sand it gets though. Now that's a testament to the power, and it just, you know, the power of the ability to pick up sand rather than just leaves. Let me tell you, the pool blaster doesn't do that. So, and this is the beauty here. It empties pretty nice. You go throughout the day, all of this will totally dry, so the next time you come back and use it, there's nothing in it. Now we can't do that here because it's still wet and we're using it, but don't worry, this pool, or this the little device is a huge time saver, and I just love it. Okay, second to the last pool of the day with our spillover, a pool with a cover. And yeah, it looks really good. Pools with electronic covers often are just like this. There's nothing that falls in during the winter. They just don't get used enough. That spa does, I almost guarantee it. So anyway, that's the guess, is, you know, how many chemicals are in here, how much chlorine do we have. I think we have plenty based on the clear nature of the water. The Pentair Rebel is doing its thing. I brought back the Telsa 90. I'm not really sure why, but anyway, there's never anything in this pool, not even anything in the skimmer basket. I will brush, but first off, let's take our chems. Okay, what do you think it's going to be? I think it's going to be low, but I think there's going to be some. Oh my, there's actually a ton. So no one has been even using the hot tub. We do have the Pool RX blue in here, but I think it's the blue and white, which is the one with zinc, which means it usually doesn't boost the chlorine that much. But man, once again, not complaining. If I don't have to add chemicals to this pool, it saves me money. Okay, we're out of here. This is a really wonderful pool. Here we got the water level. I don't know if you remember, a couple weeks ago the water level got really low. A builder came by and evidently emptied some of my water and exposed that elbow right there. Yeah, well, that elbow is going to rip the cover. So notice how that level is perfect. I got the auto filler filling to the proper level. We got the Pentair Rebeling. We got the pool running right now. It is after 9 a.m. We're done. We're out of here, and we're hitting our last stop of the day. Okay, here we are, last pool of the day on Friday. Here we are at our perimeter overflow pool. Things are looking, as usual, perfect. If you were watching last week, you saw how stoked I was that there was no algae in here. Okay, so I'm looking in there. Yeah, there's actually some in here. So this is the overflow. This is basically the skimmer. Not basically, it is the skimmer. So if you're in here, you can actually see a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is the same thing that I did a couple weeks ago, is I'm gonna add a whole gallon to the skimmer in a couple of places, to the overflow in a couple places around the pool here, and we'll get the job done. So first off, however, if our chems are high, if we have chlorine in here, I will not be adding any. So let's take our chems. Okay, over here in the deepish end, we have a Pentair Rebel here as well. They just do a great job. Our client that has the issues, the infinity pool that has the issues with the plaster, he just bought a 2-wheel drive Rebel we'll be putting in there. So I mean, there's no salt in here, 1700. So obviously we are super low on chlorine, and we're going to be adding a gallon. All right guys, that's it for the week. This pool has cleaned up nice. We added a gallon to the perimeter, and I think that's going to do it for us for the week. We brushed. The Pentair Rebel keeps it clean, and actually we're, I don't know, about a month or two out of a filter clean, so I think we're all ready for the summer with this pool. Yeah, you got to definitely brush it, and you got to definitely brush inside the perimeter overflow. Once again, you guys, I want to thank you for watching, and give me a like if you enjoyed this or got some information out of it, or just you're able to poke fun at me. I would really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. It's free. And you guys, I want you to have a great weekend, and I'll see you next week.